The moment the news started spreading about the late night incident in Katsina, people across the country began to feel both concerned and curious. And honestly, this is the kind of story we must handle with care. Because behind every headline, there are real families, real communities, and real emotions involved. So as you are watching, please like this video and subscribe, because updates like this matter, and your support helps us reach more people who need reliable information. Now, the situation in Katsina has once again drawn the attention of the entire nation. According to early community reports that came out, there was a sudden late-night raid where several families were affected and many individuals were taken away. The atmosphere in the community that night, from what witnesses described, was filled with fear, confusion, and a sense of helplessness as people tried to understand what was happening. And once again, we are reminded of how insecurity continues to challenge everyday life in some areas of the country. While we discuss this, please remember to like this video and subscribe, because we must keep spreading awareness in a peaceful and constructive way. People in the affected areas said they heard loud movements late at night, something unusual compared to the normal quiet rural environment. Many families were already asleep, while others were preparing for the next day's activities. Suddenly, everything changed. The sound of people running, children waking up scared, mothers trying to gather their kids, men stepping outside carefully to check what was happening. It became a moment that no family ever wants to experience. As we talk about this, kindly like this video and subscribe so we can keep this conversation going and encourage more support for safety initiatives. You know, when incidents like this occur, it reminds us of the long history of efforts made by communities to protect themselves. Many villagers have been dealing with this kind of tension for years, always trying to find ways to stay safe while going about their normal lives, farming, trading, teaching, raising children. And that is why this news is so heavy. It is not just about one night, it is about the emotional weight that people in the region have carried for a long time. Please support by liking this video and subscribing, because the more people understand this reality, the more pressure builds for lasting solutions. One thing that stands out whenever we listen to survivors from previous incidents is how strong these communities are. Even when they face uncertainties, they still wake up the next day, gather together, and try to rebuild. They continue with their farming, they attend their places of worship, they take their children to school when it is safe, they keep believing that things can get better. And this is why telling this story clearly is so important. Kindly like this video and subscribe as we continue. Now, in this recent case, witnesses say the attackers moved quickly. They targeted specific households, and before many people could understand what was happening, several individuals had already been taken. Families were shouting names, trying to find each other in the dark. Some people ran into nearby safe areas. Others hid inside their homes, and some tried to warn their neighbors. Imagine the emotional shock of that moment. It says the fear, the confusion, the desperate wish for everyone to be safe. If you are following this gist, please like this video and subscribe, because we must keep spreading peaceful awareness. While the community tries to recover, the emotional impact remains heavy. Parents worry for their children. Children ask questions that adults do not have easy answers to. Young people wonder about their future. Elders worry about whether peace will return soon. And in the middle of the tension, local leaders tried their best to coordinate information and support. It is at moments like these that unity becomes important. When communities stand together, they feel stronger. So as we continue, please like this video and subscribe, so more people can join this conversation. Another major concern that always comes after incidents like this is the psychological effect. Even after the event is over, many people struggle to sleep peacefully. Every small noise in the night reminds them of what happened. Every unexpected sound makes them alert. And that emotional stress affects children even more. Many kids need comfort and reassurance, because fear at a young age can affect how they learn and behave. So as we talk through this, kindly like this video and subscribe, because we need to support awareness about mental and emotional well-being. Now, What happens after such an incident? Usually, communities try to gather details about who was taken, who is safe, and where people have moved to. Families start calling relatives to check on their safety. Local leaders and security teams begin gathering information. Sometimes groups of displaced individuals gather in open areas with lanterns and phone lights, waiting for updates through the night. The uncertainty of not knowing if loved ones are safe is one of the hardest experiences for any human being. Please like this video and subscribe as we continue unfolding this story. In many cases like these, people rely heavily on communication, phone calls, community messengers, local announcements to get accurate information. But when the event happens at night, communication becomes slower because people hesitate to move or leave their homes until they are sure the environment is safe. The deep silence that follows a night of chaos is always heavy. You can almost feel the fear in the air. But slowly, as dawn approaches, people begin stepping out, checking on one another, supporting one another, and trying to understand the full picture. Kindly like this video and subscribe as we keep going. And the most heartbreaking part is always the families left behind. Mothers looking for their children, husbands searching for their wives, siblings calling each other's names. When people talk about dozens abducted, it is not just a number. It is a name, a life, a story, a dream, a family. And when we hear these stories, we are reminded of the importance of community safety, strong institutions, and long-term solutions. Please like this video and subscribe because awareness is the first step toward change.